James Harden saga, it just remains murky. Harden reported to Sixers camps on time 2 weeks ago, but things haven't exactly gone as expected. So Stadium insider Shams Charania, he joined the Inside the Association season preview show to explain what's going on there.
Let's take a look at the 14 days of James Harden in training camp with the 76ers. Yeah. He has only played 5-on-5 in a live scrimmage once, and that happened on October 7th. He has not attended any of the preseason games for the Sixers. He skipped at least one shoot-around. So while team officials have described him as engaged when present, he's clearly been professional. It will be interesting to monitor. We're a week away from the regular season. How will his patience go over the next week or so, especially if he's not traded? We saw him address the media on Friday. He doubled down that the relationship between him and Daryl Morey is not going to be repairable. And he clearly feels like he's been wronged by Daryl Morey and the organization. And we've seen how that has gone in the prior two organizations where he's asked out of, Houston and Brooklyn, how that's come across on the court. In those situations, he had max extensions with both Houston and Brooklyn. This was not the case in Philadelphia. But so far, he's been professional. He's been engaged. But we'll see over the next week or so, will the Clippers and Sixers land a deal?
Interesting stuff from our guy Shams. Now, we don't know where James Harden is going to be once the season gets underway, but we do know there are a number of familiar faces in new places. So, Joshua, let's start with you. Which NBA or team debut are you most excited to see here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a player debut for me, and it's Chet Holmgren with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, that team was so good. Without him last year, there's a lot of youth that has really shown through. You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is probably the marquee player there. Josh Giddey did a really good job last year. Jalen Williams, and then you add Chet in, and we saw an early look of him in the preseason here when he was going up against our guy Wemby, and I mean, he looked like a game changer, somebody who can really add a much-needed extra level to that lineup there. And the thing that I started thinking about as well is if they can leverage some of those picks into even one more player to go along with that core that they have, it's going to be really good. But Chet, I think, is already a difference maker for the Thunder. I'm just excited to see.
No, I mean, you mentioned just to leverage some of those picks. It's insane just the amount of first and second round picks that they have over the next few drafts. It's just they've gone about rebuilding the right way, right? And it's taken some time, and we didn't know when the turnaround was going to happen, but we saw a glimpse of it, all these young stars. And all of their draft picks, it checks out. Like, just, you got to give some credit to that front office, the way that they've been able to hit on their draft picks there. Chet Holmgren, we didn't get to see him last year. The way he went up against Wemby, like you said, JP, there's a bright future there alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That guy's a stud, put people on notice last year. So the future is bright for the Thunder, especially surrounding Holmgren.
Yeah, I think for me with Chet, I think he understood that he needed to get a little bit more physical to last in the NBA. He was a guy that came in the league kind of frail. Even that doesn't mean he wasn't talented. You could see he's put a significant amount of weight on for him, for his body type. He even added the little beard. I think he feels like that added a little bit. He's a little bit more imposing now than he was when he came into the league.
Goodness.
But I think he is extremely talented, and I think he is going to be a very important piece for the Thunder that is looking to take an ascension.
That is funny you bring up the beard, because that's what I was thinking. He was like, yeah, I'm a man.
I'm a dude.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
All right, well, I want to get to my player here. I'm going to go with Marcus Smart now with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, they are missing a huge piece. The Celtics are sending Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies now, but he is going to be such a big piece, not only in a leadership role, just to this young team, and we saw the flaws in that last season, but also on the defensive side. He's a former Defensive Player of the Year. This is a guy he's expected to play, and just the grittiness that he plays with and what he's going to bring to a Grizzlies team that I feel like just can't get over that hump, right? Always start the season strong. Last year, I felt like they had self-inflicted wounds just with all the off-the-court drama, but what's his John Morant? Thank you. He needs.
Let's forget about him.
What's that guy's name? No, John Morant. Listen, when you're picking up guys like Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, that veteran presence in that locker room, it's necessary. And I think I'm excited to see what he does down there in Memphis.
Yeah, I'm with you, Brooke. The guy I'm going to go with before we get to break is Kristaps Porzingis, right? Who I know people weren't watching the Washington Wizards last year because neither was I, but he had the best season of his career last year. Our good friend Robbie Hummel talked about on this show when they signed him that Kristaps Porzingis was one of the best interior scorers. Everybody talks about what he does on the perimeter. One of the best interior scorers in the NBA last season. He's going to have a really big impact on what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown do. And I think they could take an ascent offensively that they've never had before because of what he adds on the offensive end of the floor.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot to see here in the next week in the NBA.